Hey there. Don't know if anybody's out there yet. Welcome to CJ's Kitchen. I had some technical difficulties. I could not seem to get on YouTube Live via my computer, so I decided to hop on my phone. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the chat very well. Just going to mess around with this screen for a minute. So if you're joining, this is CJ Kitchen. Well, actually, I'm in my home office tonight because it's, as you can see, it's dark out and it's about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I have a bunch of snacks that have been just kind of piling up, and I didn't have the opportunity to get a video edited up in time for this week, so I thought this is a good opportunity to go live again. But I guess I need to remember that my internet just doesn't work very well for this. So I'm gonna have to figure out where else I can do live streams because my internet's just not great. So I'm just gonna chat kind of randomly and see if anybody joins to watch. But yeah, so you may know, live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in the greater Seattle area, and we're on week 4 of snow that will not melt. So most of the really populated areas, city of Seattle and Tacoma and all those kind of places are just fine. But I live in the foothills at 1,200 foot elevation, which really isn't all that high, but it's just high enough. And we've got 2 feet of snow and drifts that are even higher. We have buried cars, and it's just been staying frozen. So it's been kind of nuts. I managed to escape last week to Las Vegas, where I spent a week with my best friend and my godson, and my friend Mary, who you've seen on the channel, came along. She has family there too, and our gaming group's there. Anyway, it was pretty cool. But believe it or not, it snowed there too. And then today, now that I've been back a week, and this time last week, in the evening, it started snowing, and they got about 2 inches of snow down in the Las Vegas Valley. They got more in some of the higher elevations. And today, down there, exactly a week later, 71 degrees. So it just figures. We're supposed to get into the 50s this weekend, so I'm hoping for some melting. So yeah, so anyway, I've been collecting snacks for a little while, and they were, like I said, they were kind of piling up, and I thought it was time to go ahead and try them out. So we just had dinner, so hopefully I will be able to manage enough to make this useful. I'm going to start with the things I picked up in the order that I picked, like how long I've had them. So I'm going to start with these. These are Hawaiian chips, and I've never seen these. These are ginger wasabi. And the thing about wasabi that's kind of funny is, as you know, I am not a big spice fan. And yet, I actually like wasabi. I really like wasabi peas. I like a little wasabi sometimes with my sushi. Although, I will say that I don't do a lot of wasabi with my fish because I just like the taste of the fish. But anyway, so I saw these, and we have not seen those wasabi Doritos here where I live. Or maybe they came and went before I knew to look for them. I don't know. But I never got to try them. And so when I saw these, I thought I had to give them a go. So these Hawaiian chips, my understanding is they're made by Tim's. Yeah, here we go. Tim's. And Tim's is a local Pacific Northwest brand. They're actually made in the town I grew up in, I believe. I think they're right in Auburn. Oh, Algona, which is right next to Auburn, the city I grew up in. So anyway, so these are, like I said, ginger wasabi. They're going to be a kettle style chip. There you go. I cannot even describe the smell. My taste might be a little off today. We'll see. I always love the crunch of these chips. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Not my favorite, but that wasabi really hits you at the back of the throat. Like after you've kind of, munched on the chip and crunched it up and swallowed, and then all of a sudden you feel this heat in the back of your throat. Flavor wise, honestly, they're not really strongly flavored. They could use a little more salt, in my opinion. But there's not a lot of flavor. Like, I'm not really picking up the ginger, and then I'm just getting that heat at the back of my throat. So, okay, not bad. I don't know that I'd go out of my way to have these again, but they're not terrible. They're not earth-shattering either. So, I'm gonna drink a Coke here. I think I really made a mistake when I posted that I was going to do this live video. I think I missed flipping something, and so I don't think anybody even knew I was going to be live, so I'm kind of bummed because I was hoping to chat with some people, but yeah, so I'm just going to move on to the next thing and hope that some folks pop in. So the next one is another Tim's chip, and this is their actual, their brand, their main branding. And these are Parmesan and garlic. As they say, they're special batch number 9. My favorite ever chip from this company was the alder smoked it's kind of a barbecue, alder smoked barbecue. And they don't carry them anymore. They don't make them anymore. So I'm hoping that they'll come out in a special batch. But they do a lot of these special batches. They did like a Coney dog a couple of years ago, which I believe I tried on here. And they were kind of okay. They were pretty good. I know the jalapeno flavor they have is really, really popular. It's like their best seller. But that alder smoked, I missed. So anyway, when I saw Parmesan garlic, I thought, oh yeah, I'm all about that. Okay, so it does smell kind of cheesy. Kind of earthy cheesy. Smell the garlic just a little bit. So again, it's a, I forgot to do that with the other chip, didn't I? I'll do that. This is, again, a kettle-style chip. And I can see little flecks of something green on there. Don't know what that's supposed to be, but... Yeah, baby. These make me happy. These are like having oven roasted potatoes, with garlic and Parmesan. They have that flavor, and then you have that chip texture, so it's really great. So let me show you. We'll go back to these real quick. See if I can find one that will be big enough to see anything. So I guess they have a little bit of a green hue to them, but there's like no interesting flecks or anything. I mean, kettle chips are always kind of on the thicker side, and so then they have this really great crunch to them. Mm. And I gotta say, I don't have a big preference either way. I really like kettle chips, but I also really like regular chips. And I also really like, um, what I really like are like wavy lays. I'm not as big on Ruffles. I used to be when I was younger, but when they came out with the wavy lays, those kind of became my favorite. But I alternate around. I don't like gravitate to one over the other. There is a kettle chip I really like, this salt and pepper, but these are really good. They are really good. Mm. Now, I don't know how widely available these are, but if you see them in your area, grab them, give them a try. You won't be sorry. They're yummy. Mm. Okay. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is you might have noticed that I've been posting on a different day. Back when I first started the channel, I still have my blog, but my channel started out as being more about supporting my blog and bringing another visual element to it. And I used to post on the same day that my blog came out, which was Wednesdays. And then I found it was really hard to do both. And, I tried for a while to do Wednesdays and Saturdays, and that didn't work. And then, I've been doing Saturdays for a while, but I hooked up with ICX Media, which I heard about from Number Six with Cheese, a channel I talk about pretty often. And one of their recommendations was to change my posting day to either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And I couldn't decide which one to start on, so I decided to try Tuesday. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are. So if you have any input on that, let me know. I was kind of thinking Tuesday might be good because if it's a recipe, you can, maybe cash in on the specials on Wednesday when you go to the store to pick up the ingredients, and maybe have some time to plan ahead so that you can try the recipes on the weekend. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. When do you tune into YouTube? And, do you look for people on the days that they post, or do you kind of hop on and catch up all at once? Or I know there are channels that I watch regularly that I pretty much watch every day that are, some of the people that post daily. And then there's channels I watch that I just catch up. Maybe they only post once a week or less often. And I'll, wait until the weekend and then I'll hop in. So the next chip is a familiar brand to me. It's Kettle. I should say also another familiar brand. So these are the Kettle chips. Like I said, I really like their salt and pepper one. So again, this is going to be obviously a Kettle style chip as well. And these are bourbon barbecue. So I was at Cost Plus World Market one day, and I don't even remember why I was in there. It wasn't to buy chips, and I ended up leaving with a whole bunch of chips. So we're going to get into those. And this one had a nice little tear-off tab. Except I think I need to get into this bag a little more than what it opened. There we go. So there they are. Okay, so far these just smell like a typical barbecue chip. And they look pretty typical too. Mmm. Bourbon barbecue. So these have a very sweet barbecue flavor to them. There's a little bit of smoke in the background, but it's not heavy on the smoke flavor. Although it's there, definitely present I got it. So it kind of reminds me of the barbecue sauce that we put on the chicken wings from Barbecue Pete's. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll I don't know how this works with live, but you can find it on my playlist here on the channel. So, yeah. I sent that barbecue sauce to the guys at Number Six with Cheese, and they were not impressed. So, I don't know. Maybe I've just never had really, really good barbecue, but that's what this reminds me of, definitely. You know, I don't know, bourbon barbecue. I'm always interested in things that have like alcohol flavors in them, but to be honest, you really can't tell. At least I can't. I can't tell it's anything bourbon. Of course, the alcohol taste would cook out if you used it in an actual barbecue sauce, but it does tend to leave, flavors behind, but there's nothing distinctive for me. Can't really tell, but like I say, it is a nice sweet barbecue sauce. These would be really good with burgers at like a cookout or something, so I would get these again for sure. Yummy. So I have two of this brand, Quillo, or maybe it's Kio. I think these are from Spain, because yeah, it says product of Spain right here. So I don't know. I speak a little bit of, I took Mexican Spanish in high school. I did not take European Spanish. And I know that some things are pronounced differently. So, but I think this would be Kio. Kio. Anyway, so I have two flavors here, and they really intrigued me. And I had to have them. So this one is Spanish ham. And this one is fried egg. So, fried egg seems a little weird, kind of, right? But, I mean, we have eggs and potatoes together all the time. Think about hash browns and whatnot. So, I think it's perfectly reasonable to try. So, I think I saw someone, I think maybe Paul over at Critical Eats, I think he got a hold of some like egg and potato flavored chips over there in Japan. They weren't this brand, but I seem to, I don't know. Anyway, it's intriguing, and so when I saw them, I had to try them. So, oh. At first I was going to say, oh, they just smell like potato chips, but you know what? They do smell kind of eggy. All right, so here's what the chip looks like. It doesn't really look any different. And it seems like it might also be sort of a kettle style chip. We'll see. Oh. So it's a little bit lighter chip, a little thinner. Kind of between your classic lay and the kettle chips that I've been eating. And you can definitely taste the egg. And it tastes like egg white. I'm not getting any of that like yolk flavor so far. And they're definitely not bad. There's another one. They're not bad at all. So let's try the Spanish ham. Jamón ibérico? Iberico? I don't know. Feel free to assist me with the pronunciation. So these, I'm gonna try to get this open a little more. There you go. Isn't it funny how chip bags always seem so empty? I mean, the bag's up here and the chips are down here, but I've seen how they, if you've ever watched any of those shows on how they package them, it's kind of not really surprising that they're kind of empty because just the way the machinery works. So, it does have kind of a meaty scent. Kind of bacony. Definitely does not taste like bacon though. I've never had jamon. The jamon iberico, the Spanish ham, but I believe it's similar to prosciutto. Feel free to educate me. And that's kind of what it tastes like. It's not a real strong flavor. Kind of light, subtle. And as far as meat flavored chips go, this one's pretty good. I want to try it with an egg one. Let's get that full hash browns, eggs, and ham effect. So I've got one from each. Let's see how this works. Messy. So how's your winter been? Did you get a lot of snow? You're getting a lot of unseasonably warm weather. Kind of feels like the weather's crazy, doesn't it? Okay, well, I feel like the egg potato chip drowns out the ham flavor a little bit. So, nothing special about putting them together. But it was fun to try. Okay, so the last thing I have, get a drink here. And so, guys, if you like live stream videos, let me know in the comments below. I know I'm missing everybody tonight. But if videos like this are of interest to you, I'd sure love to hear from you about it. I know I've thought about maybe doing some Q&A kind of things where you can ask about cooking tips and stuff. I'm not a chef, but I do like to cook, and I'll give you my 2 cents worth. Anyway, the last thing I have you guys seen these and tried these? The poppables? So, I found these just yesterday at my grocery store. I was running around grabbing some things because, again, we've been essentially snowed in. I can't even drive my car all the way to my house because there's so much snow in our driveway so I've had to carpool with my husband in the pickup, and it's 4-wheel drive, so it's been working, but that means we have very limited space for groceries, so we've only been picking up a few things at a time. And I had a craving for Funyuns. Do you ever get a craving for those? And I wanted to get some when I was in Vegas last week. We were gaming and stuff, and I thought, oh, I want some Funyuns. And I didn't get any, so I was looking for them last night, and these were on the rack in the deli section at the grocery store right next to them. So I've had the 3 flavors that initially came out, which is, I believe it's honey barbecue, and then there's white cheddar, and there's a sea salt. And I really like the sea salt and the white cheddar, and I pick them up a lot. And then I was at the store yesterday, and they had this one, and it's creamy jalapeno. But this is a grab bag size bag. It's not the bag that it normally comes in. Most of their chips are in this size bag. Well, maybe a little bigger than that, but it's similar in size to this. So Anyway, again, we all know I'm a wimp. Can't handle the heat. But I still thought these would be fun to try because I just love these poppables. And I've noticed a trend in a lot of like jalapeno ranch and things of that nature popping up flavor-wise. So what do you guys think? Have you liked any of them? Is there something out there that you think is really good? And what do you think of these if you've tried them? So, there they are. And they're just these, they remind me of Chex cereal. They're just these like light, almost cereal-like potato. And they're just super airy. They have a really different texture than most chips. And that's kind of why I like them. I feel like we don't explore chip textures that much here in the States. You know, we have kind of a limited array of things, and I feel like I'm always seeing, oh, there's tortilla chips, oh, there's pretzels, oh, there's potato chips, and that's kind of it. There's not a whole lot of anything else. And you've got your Cheetos, of course, but, well, your corn, you know, Funyuns and things like that. But so, it is creamy. Let's see if it says what the creamy is supposed to be. Grab some reading glasses here. So, it does not. It shows jalapeno, you know, in a couple places, but it doesn't explain what creamy is. It doesn't taste ranchy to me, but kind of borderline ranchy. Does that make any sense? Almost like sour cream and maybe a little bit of something herby, and then it's got this heat. Which for me, being a spice wimp, it's pretty hot. But you know what? It's not hot to the point of being unbearable or unpleasant. Would I buy this regularly? No. It's again, you know, for me, spicy things always need the right complement, which is one of the reasons I grabbed a Coke. It's my second Coke today. I usually limit myself to one a day, but there's something about carbonation that helps a little for me with spice. And then it's just like the perfect accompaniment to chips. But ideally I would have either like lemonade or limeade, or I do kind of like alcohol drinks with this kind of thing. Beer or margaritas. Margaritas are my favorite thing to have with spicy food. And so I do wish I had that because I'm definitely feeling heat. It's the second time today I had something spicy. I tried some coconut chicken curry from the local Vietnamese place. It's a pho place that I like that's near the office where I work. And they had this curry, and I kept seeing it when I went in there to pick up lunch and stuff, and thought I needed to try it. And excuse me, see, it doesn't even agree with me. It was really delicious, but I asked for mild, and I don't think it was mild. I think it was probably at least a 2. But then again, I'm a wimp, so I don't know, but it wasn't mild. It wasn't mild to me at all. So I don't know if they read my instructions or or what. So anyway, guys, if you watch this later, thanks so much for doing so. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about, you know, live streams and the weather and anything that you'd like to see me do a video on. I'm always happy to hear, you know, is there something you think I should taste, or, you know, whatever. And let me know if you tried any of these and what your favorite would be. Oh, I should choose a favorite, shouldn't I? I think really, hands down, it's this one. This one's my absolute favorite, and yeah, this is the one I want to devour. This one's a pretty close second. This one almost hits that, well, it doesn't replace my need for the Tim's alder smoked chips, but it is a really nice barbecue flavor, so I could see having that on a gaming day. Um, so yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Um, and hey, keep an eye out. I might be popping around on some different days. Sorry, my camera is going in and out of focus too. Woo. Anyway, let me know, sorry, the foils of live. Yeah, keep an eye out for me. I'm gonna be messing around with different posting days. So it's been Tuesday for a couple, last 2 weeks, and now tonight, of course, it's Wednesday. We'll see what I get edited this weekend. I may have to do live again next week. And again, just let me know if that's something you're into. So until next time, when I see you in my kitchen or maybe my office, ciao.